Happy National Repeat Day. I hope none of you are actually suffering through anyone taking this special observance too literally, but don't fault me if I sound like a broken record myself today, because we are circling back around to our topic from yesterday. But first I want to make a correction. Yesterday I said be an acorn. I was wrong. Acorns don't do anything. You need to do something. Rather, be the squirrel. Squirrels are hardworking little creatures that know if they don't do the work to collect and bury the acorns today, that they will be absolutely screwed at some point in the future. They have a goal and they don't let hawks, cars, and other perils stop them. They don't let fear get in their way. Be the squirrel. Naturally, as we know from Ice Age, squirrels have fairly simple, single-focused minds. Be a squirrel, but don't be Scrat. We, the cognitively advanced beings that we are, have lots of things around us that junk up our headspace and throw us off track. It's not even shiny object syndrome anymore at this point, and in our massively distracted modern world, even goldfish aren't envious of our attention spans. In many cases, it doesn't even take one fell blow from fear itself to hold us back. Rather, our dreams die by 1,000 tiny cuts of dings, buzzes, notifications, and alerts that constantly pull our eyes from the prize. Let's leave focus and distraction for another day, though. So, how do you get to the place where fear doesn't stop you in your tracks? It's easy to just say, don't be afraid. But we know that's not enough. Fear is a natural emotion that we often don't have much control over. So we need to do something more. First, we need to recognize that it's okay to be afraid. Being afraid doesn't necessarily need to be a bad thing. It's not bad to fear losing someone important to you. Part of the thrill of a roller coaster is the fear of the big drop. Fear is simply part of our lived experience. We might fear death, but the dead don't fear anything. The problem is that we more often than not let the wrong things cause us to be afraid, like looking stupid for asking a question in class or trying something new. If anyone says they haven't experienced either of those at some point, I would have no problem calling them a liar or just think that they skipped middle school somehow. If you can see where I'm going with this, then you'll know what we need to do is shift what we are afraid of. Instead of letting fear hold us back, we need to use fear to drive us forward. This shift can be as simple as turning that thing we are emotionally afraid of around to instead be intellectually afraid of its converse. For example, many people don't start exercising or eating right because they are afraid it won't work, that they won't lose the weight they hope to, that they'll look bad at the gym, and very importantly, that they will fail to follow through as they have many times before. These are emotional fears. Very understandable ones to be sure. I've felt these too, but these are just animal instincts to run from anxiety and discomfort. Instead, think about it for a bit and realize that what you should be really afraid of is not giving the health and wellness journey a shot and missing out on having a healthier body and mind, suffering from poor health, not having the confidence in yourself that you can achieve your goals, being limited in the kinds of activities you can do, potentially not meeting new people at the gym or in those activities who could become great friends or even more. When you can reframe the situation more intellectually than emotionally, you can escape the fears that hold you back and tap into the fears that drive you forward. You may have seen this before, but to put this shift more simply, fear, F-E-A-R, has two meanings. Forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. This goes back to what we talked about yesterday, about imagining two different futures. One where you do, and one where you don't. The choice is yours. I hope for you, as well as we all hope for ourselves, that when you are called to act, that you choose to stand and deliver rather than break and run. That's a heavy note to wrap up on an already gloomy day, but the good news is that the sun will come out. Well, Saturday it's looking like right now, hopefully. But again, if you feel this kind of fear describes you to any degree, I promise you aren't in a club of one. As I've already mentioned the past couple of days, I made a commitment to do a daily video on the FitNable Facebook page. Why didn't that happen? Because I was afraid, simply put. Afraid of not having good topics, afraid of not knowing what to say, afraid of stumbling over whatever I did think of to say, as you can see earlier, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So many lame excuses. Now, I'm not saying I'm spreading true brilliance on here, but what's there for me to be afraid of? What will you few viewers do? Facebook removed the dislike button a decade ago, and if you come up to me at the finish line at one of our races and tell me that my videos are dumb, I'll just add 5 minutes to your time. The bigger fear is that not sharing on these topics, which I struggle with personally as well, that someone in our community may miss out on hearing something that could help them in some way, whether big or small. For 25 years, Fit and Able has been an organization that strives to help people take positive steps forward in their lives, and we have tons of great inspiring stories of those we have worked with. I want to continue that tradition. That's what gets me out of bed in the morning. Anyway, if you have any questions about today's topic or have suggestions for any topics you would like me to talk about in future videos, please drop a comment below or shoot me an email at info@fitandable.net. Maybe you can even shoot me some encouragement and say, hey, yeah, these videos aren't awful. It's always nice to hear, especially when we're trying to get something going. It's always helpful to know what you're looking for, what kind of needs we can serve to help you better and help serve our mission as a nonprofit organization better as well. As always, thank you for racing with Fit and Able.